各位观众朋友，大家好！我们今天非常荣幸邀请到了全球电子商务的教主米凯尔博士来接受我们的专访。米凯尔博士过去是一手打造爱马仕和卡地尔等国际知名品牌进军电子商务的幕后重要推手，而包括像是中国的首富李嘉诚，他在每一起的品牌并购案也都会参考米凯尔博士的意见和做决策。我们今天就来请教这位教主。Hello, nice to meet you， 米凯尔和品牌领袖学院的院长白婷。
Hello.
Hello, Ashley. Hello, everybody.
We know that this is your first time to Taiwan, right?
True.
And how's your feeling for Taiwan?
You know, when you first come to a place, it's very important to feel comfortable. And the first impression I got is that people are extremely open-minded, extremely hospitable. And it happened already when I arrived in my room. There were flowers with a personal note. This rarely happens. And the fact actually that Taiwan seems to be such a diverse country with so many people from so many different places all across Asia, this makes it a welcoming place.
And do you know the Taiwan's brand like Asus, Acer, and HTC? What's your impression for this brand?
Well, I know them, but honestly speaking, they are not so well known when it comes to a global perspective. And I think when we talk about brands, it's interesting to also look at a worldwide impression. Take the example of Apple. Apple is probably the best example of global branding when it comes to high tech. It's a brand everybody knows about it. Even the iPhone is a tool that has been named after the brand. So I think the Taiwanese brands, they are very good in manufacturing from a technological point of view, but they lack this branding essence. And only if you're doing great branding, if you are really cutting edge into a position where you say, I'm unique because, then you can create brand awareness in customers' mind, and you can make a distinction between Apple, for instance, and Acer or HTS or other brands that are in the same field and are competing. And this is what makes it actually exciting.
As you mentioned, that the competition in the brand market is really fierce now. So if our Taiwan's brand company want to catch consumers' eyes, how can they do? And we know that Taiwan's market is really small compared to the international market. How can Taiwan's brand company to go international?
Yes, it's a good question, and it's a very difficult one, to be honest with you. The very first thing, if you want to do good branding, you need to know actually who you are. So the first is dig down into your roots and be aware actually of why is our place, Taiwan, unique. What are our values? What is our philosophy? What can we bring to the world that others cannot bring along? Why are we maybe better in others, and in which field? So there are many questions we should ask before actually building the brand. Then when it comes to global branding, I think they should really ask themselves, what can we do first to analyze the market? Because you can only make a distinctive brand if you analyze your competitors first. And then you think, okay, from what we've seen today, what is not existing yet? Where are market niches? And then you think also, what is our customer needing? Not only the Taiwanese customer, because as you say, the Taiwanese market is not so big, but there are other markets right next to the corner, like the Chinese market, which are huge.
And as we mentioned about the Chinese market, we see a special phenomenon that last year, the Chinese e-commerce that made a record of the one-day sale in the singles holiday. How can we explain this phenomenon? And how can Taiwan's brand company to catch this market?
Exists in the United States with a Cyber Monday based on the Black Friday, which are actually 2 days where online and offline you have huge discounts, and this is how the sales are actually increasing dramatically. So I analyzed the phenomena from a US perspective, and then we were discussing this whole phenomena, and I myself, I travel a lot as well to China, so I've been observing this phenomena, and it's quite interesting to see how Alibaba, who actually take up took up this occasion, or the originally designed Singles Day, which was created in 2009 by Nanjing University students, saying, well, there are 20 million more men than women, so it's a real imbalance between men and women in the Chinese society. They feel lonely, so they maybe want to offer themselves something special in one day, so make yourself a gift. So they took this as a promotional opportunity to say, we offer on one day, on the 11th of November, all our products across Taobao, which is our e-commerce platform, 50% off. So huge discount. When you look at what makes Chinese customers buy, you can see in the statistics that the highest motivation of buying is actually lower prices, better rates, discounts. So they really tackle onto that. I see, especially here in Asia, and a lot in Taiwan, a lot in China, mobile commerce is huge.
Yes.
So my recommendation for building e-commerce, especially here in Asia, for the Chinese market, for the Taiwanese market, is to immediately integrate the notion of m-commerce to make sure that when you're purchasing products on this little device, on this little screen, make it efficient. I've just shared the example of Burberry. Burberry is doing a tremendous job on e-commerce in a very efficient way, because you see all the key data you want to have, like the shopping basket, like all the visuals, all the images, all the details, the zoom, on this little device. You click the button, you purchase and buy.
So if the Taiwan's brand company want to get into this field, how can they do to make its e-brand? So what's the difference between the e-branding and the branding?
So basically, e-branding is a step further towards branding. E-branding is using the brand DNA and making it digital. So using all the digital tools that we have at hand, like the website, that's the first step for an image building purpose, but also all the social media tools that we have today, like Weibo, like WeChat, which is getting extremely influential because it allows us a one-to-one dialogue with the customer instantaneously. Then we have all the blogs, of course. The blogs and the bloggers are getting very influential because they help us actually to push the brand in a very interactive and content-intense way. Talking about content, I think this is one of the most important things when it comes to e-branding, because in digital, everything goes fast. And we need to build content on a daily basis. So we need to think from our brand perspective, knowing whom we are, knowing how we build our marketing plan on a yearly basis from January to December, what is going to happen not only monthly, as in the former times, but daily. So if you want to bring messages, interesting messages for your customers on a daily basis, you need to really know what you talk.
We see many companies that have websites, FB and the Twitters. Do you think that the company manage well?
Honestly speaking, I think they are fabulous tools, but there are not many brands that really manages in a very good way. Probably also coming from the fact that digital tools are very new. Many brands don't really know how to handle them. Probably the best case to me from the luxury business is Burberry.
Yes.
They really do an amazing branding on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, on all the digital tools that we have at hand. The biggest problem today is that we think we only provide a top-down content, so there are brands that are still very shy in allowing the customer to interact, to use the content the customer is providing, analyze it, and then inject even more interesting and striking content. Also, the whole look and feel aspect today is not done in such a good way. What we need to do is actually we need to build stories from a very efficient brand building approach. And not many brands today master this in a consistent way.
Thank you, Michael 和白婷。 随着电子商务快速成长，各家品牌厂已经纷纷将这块市场列为头号的战略要地，而台湾的品牌厂想要突围翻身，这一块领域也绝对不能够忽略。